Welcome to Time to Buy or Sell by Weichert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. Today we will be discussing the local community and local life in Placerville. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's deep dive. So imagine finding your dream home, right? Like a beautifully preserved Victorian tucked right into a forested hillside. Sounds perfect, but you might realize your biggest hurdle isn't the mortgage rate. It's actually navigating wildfire insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you really can't grasp the real estate market here until you fully understand the unique lifestyle that's, driving it.
Right, and that's exactly what we're getting into today. We're exploring the true feel of this Sierra foothill city, like stepping out of the fast lane. Placerville is almost like this living, breathing history book mixed with an outdoor adventurer's playground.
Oh, absolutely. And, well, what's fascinating here is how tangible that lifestyle actually is. You have the historic downtown Main Street lined with all these local businesses and boutiques, but then...
And you can literally walk from a coffee shop straight into Goldbug Park, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It's a 61-acre park where you can just explore a historic mine shaft. Or you can jump right on the El Dorado Trail, which gives you miles of paved path through the city. And that connects to this massive 35-mile county network. The pace of life is just older and much more relaxed than, say, the Sacramento suburbs.
Yeah, it really functions like a pressure valve for the Sacramento area. But having all that sprawling outdoor space is a bit of a double-edged sword when you're actually house hunting. Because having space means the city fragments into distinct microcultures depending on where you settle.
That is such a good point. It completely dictates your day-to-day life. For instance, if you look at Gold Hill, you aren't just buying a house. You're buying into rural land management with equestrian zoning and massive oaks.
Wow, okay. And what about if you look east?
Well, toward Camino, you're stepping into the whole Apple Hill lifestyle. You're essentially buying into an agritourism ecosystem where your quiet neighborhood becomes like a major tourist destination every fall. And then on the flip side, Cold Springs offers much more modern, traditional suburban family living.
Okay, let's unpack this. That all sounds incredibly idyllic. But, what about the daily grind? If you're a family moving here, how do the commute and the schools actually function?
Well, commuting is undeniably car first. Over 70% of workers drive alone, though El Dorado Transit does provide commuter service down the hill to Sacramento. But the schools are where you really see the impact of that rural geography.
Because the neighborhoods are so spread out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a market where you have to shop address by address. Because of the hills and the rural zoning, you get these really isolated micro-districts. Like Sierra Elementary, for example, is highly rated, but another school just a few miles down a winding road might score much lower.
Wait, so what does this all mean for buyers and sellers right now? You've got people chasing this nature-bound lifestyle, but they're hitting some very real practical hurdles.
Yeah, well, buyers are coming here looking for space and character, but affordability is a massive hurdle. The cost of living in Placerville is actually 18% higher than the national average.
Wait, hold on. 18%. People move up to the foothills specifically to escape the high costs of the city. How is it nearly 20% more expensive up here in the trees?
I know, it sounds crazy, but it's the hidden costs of rural living.
Huh?
You're paying a premium for housing, sure, but utility costs and infrastructure maintenance are much higher when homes are spread out like that. And the most crucial piece of the puzzle right now is...
Is it the wildfire insurance?
Exactly. Wildfire insurance. Much of the city is mapped in a very high fire hazard severity zone. Buyers are intensely factoring in the cost of fire insurance and the ongoing maintenance of defensible space.
And defensible space isn't just making sure you mow your lawn on the weekends, right?
Oh, not at all. It's a heavily regulated, engineered buffer zone. You have to actively thin vegetation and limb up trees to stop radiant heat from igniting your home.
Man, that sounds like a ton of work.
It's a constant active process. Sellers really need to know that buyers are hyper aware of this. Plus, the market has cooled from its pandemic highs. Homes take, 2 to 3 weeks to go pending. So it's a functioning normal market, but you have to be priced right and properly prepared.
Wow, okay. So it really leaves you with a fascinating paradox to ponder. You're buying into this beautiful 19th century aesthetic, right? But the very charm of living in a historic, nature-bound town requires a highly modern, proactive mindset for things like fire preparedness. You basically need a 21st century strategy for land management to actually make it work.
Thanks for listening to Time to Buy or Sell. If you have questions about real estate in Placerville, we're here to help. Reach out to us at Weichert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group, that's Weichert Realtors online, to WRSPG.com, or call 916-619-1971.